There's a new beat in town. Welcome to Bullet and Flight Music Store, your premier spot for music, books, and one-of-a-kind novelties. Looking to treat yourself or find a unique gift for the music lover in your life? We make it easy. In fact, you can start your collection today for as low as 44 cents. That's right, world-class finds for less than a cup of coffee. Visit us online at bulletinflightmusic.mishopify.com. Plus, keep the conversation going 24/7 with Bullet in Flight Radio on Podbean. Bullet in Flight. Find your rhythm, find your soul.
HIV is a virus that attacks a person's immune system. Most people get HIV through anal or vaginal sex or by sharing needles and other drug injection equipment with a person who has HIV. HIV can also be passed by a pregnant woman to her baby during pregnancy, childbirth, or later through breastfeeding. Without treatment, HIV can make a person very sick or even cause death. The only way to know if you have HIV is to get tested. Knowing your status can help you make healthy decisions. To prevent getting HIV, take medicine called PrEP if you're at high risk. Always use condoms or clean needles, never share needles, or choose not to have sex or inject drugs. If you have HIV, get in care and take HIV medicine as prescribed. With the right medical care, you can live a long, healthy life and prevent transmission to others. For more information on HIV, visit cdc.gov/HIV.
Hello everybody, this is Terrence Beverly, visionary of Igniters United Alliance. Please join me every Wednesday right here on Bullet in Flight Radio. Your story, our station, the best progressive Christian network in the world.
Let's fulfill your heart's desire, my dear. So what is it? What is it gonna be? If I kneel down, if I beg and if I plead, why you running away? I'll prove my love. fun. Just don't run away. Don't run away, baby. Why running away? I'll prove my love. You drive me crazy. I'll take play. Who do I have to go through? Because I have to bend to you. What is that? What do you have on? It must be passion, baby, because I love the smell of your perfume. Would you mind if I touched your luscious body?
You are so sexy.
Can I take you there? You are such a hottie. Why? Oh, run away, run away. If you stay, and just stay with me. Stay as if a dream. Don't you run away. Don't you run away, baby.
Welcome back to Bullet in Flight Radio, your story, our station. Today we're stepping into the next chapter of an unforgettable poetry journey from Just Dominic's collection, In the World Around You. And I'll tell you right up front, this chapter has a reputation. It's the one that feels the most alive, the most complicated, the most honest. It's a chapter full of wanting, chasing, regretting, and questioning what love even is when you strip away all the noise. So settle in with me. As I read and share this chapter, listen for the way it moves through different rooms of the same house. Romance, ego, longing, temptation, loyalty, heartbreak, loneliness, and that quiet moment where somebody finally admits, I need to change. It begins the way so many love stories begin, inside somebody's head, with that looping thought that won't let go. I was thinking about how much I enjoy you when we're together. Every time we're close, it reminds me that romance isn't some fairy tale idea. It's real. It's here. But then the fear creeps in, because if I say what I really feel, you'll see straight into me. You'll know my heart is wide open and exposed. I was thinking about your eyes, those deep brown eyes, and the way they pull me in. And I catch myself asking a question that sounds romantic until you realize how serious it is. What would I actually do for you? What would I give up? What would I deny myself if you asked? And here's the problem. I've been calling you a friend, a good friend. But how long can I hide behind that word? How long can I keep pretending my heart isn't racing, that I'm not wound tight with that sweet, nervous tension? Because it's there, whether I confess it or not. I was thinking about your smile, too. Not just how it looks, but what it does. And when you laugh, it doesn't feel small. It feels like it travels. Like it echoes for miles. It hits something in me that I can't even explain. I just know I can't help smiling back. You make me lose my mind a little. And yes, I'm saying it. You drive me crazy. Crazy about you. And then that next thought shows up. The one that turns the whole thing into a risk. Could you read my mind? If you really knew what was going on in here, would I match what you're hoping for? Would I fit into the dream you keep for yourself at night? Because I'm over here wondering what's happening in your head, too. If I said the words, I love you, would that be beautiful, or would it be the sentence that ends everything? I was thinking about forever, about spending my life with you. But even that thought comes with fear attached. Like love is a game where somebody always loses. And I don't want to be the one who ruins it by saying too much too soon, by crushing something that's just starting to bloom. And then, like a lot of people do when they get overwhelmed by their own feelings, I try to brush it off. Never mind. This is what always happens when I start thinking. But the chapter doesn't stay inside the mind. Now we're out in the street, in the real world, where desire becomes pursuit and confidence becomes performance. She walked away while crossing the street, and I noticed her. Not just noticed her. I felt that pull. She had a certain mystique, something you can't quite name. From head to toe, she looked uniquely feminine, classy, refined. And I thought maybe she was shy, because she wouldn't look me straight in the eyes. So I called out to her, "Wait, hold up a second. What's your name?" And she didn't offer a flirty answer. She gave a warning, almost like a boundary wrapped in a whisper. I don't play games. But I kept going, because I was caught in that energy where you think persistence is the same as sincerity. I hinted that she liked the attention, that she enjoyed having men lose their composure around her. And in my mind, I kept stacking compliments higher and higher, putting her on a pedestal. I'm talking celebrity-level comparisons, like I'd never seen anyone this fine. And then came the big promises, the dramatic vows. I told her I'd face my fear for her. I'd jump out of a plane. I'd run through brutal heat, snow, rain, whatever it took. I begged for her to stay. And what did she do? She turned her back. She called me a player, a gamer, and she walked away like my words were wind. The next day, there she was again, except now the scene is even clearer, even more vivid. She's waiting in her brand new Lexus while the train passes. Music is on, those slow, sultry Teddy Pendergrass vibes. And now I'm noticing everything. Eyes sparkling like diamonds in a cloudy sky, skin the color of toasted almonds, the whole presence glowing. I tried again. Pull over. I need your name and your number. And again, the same message. I don't play games. But I was determined to sell the fantasy. I called her an icon. I threw more names into the air, more comparisons, more hype. And I doubled down on the promises. I'd fight battles for you, win wars for you, swim oceans, climb mountains, anything. Still, it wasn't landing. She rolled her eyes. She turned away. And when I begged, she gave me something I didn't want to hear. Don't try to play a player. Then she drove off. And that's when the poem pivots. Because all that chasing and boasting runs into a hard truth. You can buy a lot, but you can't purchase the thing that matters. Window shopping, that's what it becomes. I can buy diamonds so big they don't even feel real. I can charge them to a platinum card like it's nothing. I can hire engineers to design luxury cars with my name on them. I can do outrageous things by the biggest mall. Convince Disney to build you a park and a tribute hall. Sure, but I can't buy what makes you you. I can't buy your curly black hair, your brilliant dark skin, the golden tension in your gaze, the shape of your face, the grace in your chin. I can't purchase a kind heart. I can't put a soulful laugh on payroll and pretend it's the same as yours. So I'm asking, stop roaming from window to window. Stop hopping from situation to situation. Could you just sit with me? Really sit with me? Not for the flash. Not for the résumé. Not for the money talk. Because even if I sailed across 7 seas on a yacht, even if I printed my income in Forbes like a badge, it still wouldn't buy what I actually need. Someone who calls me out, someone who doesn't take my nonsense, someone who sees me and makes me softer. Because when I'm around you, I turn into the biggest sap. And I hate that I can't hide it. Why do you act like this? Why won't you give me a chance? Why keep walking away like today can't be our lucky day? We're wasting time living in yesterday, and I'm telling you, there's nothing better out there than what we could be. So stop window shopping. And then the chapter takes a bigger swing. It pulls back from one relationship and starts talking about culture, about what people say men are and aren't allowed to feel. The biggest lie I've ever heard is that a man can't love completely, that men can't love intensely. Who wrote that rule? Who decided masculinity meant emotional poverty? Why do we repeat it like it's a law of nature? Why do we make excuses for weakness by calling it male nature? As if unconditional love is impossible for a man. The truth is, yes, some men are selfish. Some only give love when it benefits them. Some only show love when it's physical, when it serves a desire. But that's not the whole story, and it's not the limit. A real man can love with logic, yes, but also with emotion and reason. Men can feel deeply. Men can love truthfully. Men can be dependable. Men can give fidelity. The ability is there. The aptitude is there. We just have to stop applauding the watered-down versions. And that thought leads into a plea that's intimate and bold, a request for real closeness. Let me in, not just into your space, but into your life. Let me touch your soul. Let me be the one who makes your heart race. Let me make you laugh when you're at your lowest. Let me kiss your lips back to life. Let me give you my breath, my body, my energy. Let me make you glow. Let me adore you nearby and from a distance. Let me come inside forever. Then the chapter steps into a different kind of lesson, one that sounds like geometry, but lands like heartbreak. Love has a shape. Love is what everybody wants, but you can't remodel infatuation and call it love. You can't redesign what isn't real and expect it to hold. Love has its own form, its own blueprint, and it can't be duplicated just because you swear someone's name or make big promises. A circle won't turn into a square just because you throw a fit, do a dance, spin in a ring, then collapse on the floor. Love's shape can't be cloned. And if you try to resize desire and label it destiny, it still won't be love. Passion isn't automatically love. You can't reconfigure it into something it isn't. Love has a natural flow, unrepeatable, unreplicable. An octagon won't become a rectangle just because you keep insisting. And if you're dancing too close to waterfalls, you might drown in your own obsession. So what shape is this new thing you're calling us? If it isn't love, don't say soulmate. Know the difference. Circles, triangles, stars, octagons, rectangles, each one distinct. Love is distinct too. It carries its own mystery, incomparable across history. And just when you think the chapter is going to stay philosophical, it drags the listener to a darker shoreline. A place where people say love, but means secrecy, impulse, and betrayal. Pick up the phone. I don't know how long I'll be home alone. My wife took the kids to the movies. Come by. I'll be in the den. I feel guilty, but I tell myself loyalty wasn't made for men. I like lots of sex, especially with beautiful young women. Can you tell? I'll say anything. I'll do anything. Just meet me tonight by the lake. You like my picture? I'm glad you answered my ad. I'm hot and I need your type of love. The kind that walks the streets. It's wrong, yeah, but it feels right. Meet me in the bushes. We can't be seen. I'll say anything. I'll do anything. Just meet me tonight by the lake. Did you get the flowers my assistant sent? Meet me at the Ritz. I'm checked in under a fake name. Let me whisper that you're the love of my life. How many times do I have to promise I'll leave my wife? Don't cry. Give me one more night. Let me hold you. Let me kiss you until you fall asleep. I already lied and said I have to work late, so if you can't make the hotel, then meet me by the lake. Undercover, that's what I am. A secret sex addict. A player who won't stop collecting another thrill. Meet me at midnight. Do what it takes. Be whoever I want you to be. Meet me tonight by the lake. Here comes my wife. I've got to go. And after that rush of deceit, the chapter crashes into consequences. Into the kind of relationship where you can't tell who's trapped and who's choosing, but everybody is bleeding. Get over you. Get over me. Why did I choose you? Was this the best I could do? And still, I keep thinking about us. How did I fall for you? I don't even want romance with you. Not anymore. You remind me of my father. I'm tired of being the victim in love's ugly cycle. And yet, leaving you feels like something I say I can do every day, but somehow never do. You said things that cut deep. You've kept me locked inside fear. You've made me cry, and we've let one sentimental moment after another sink and disappear over the years. I told myself I'd never come back to this. So why am I still here? How many times am I going to let you stab my heart and leave it broken? A long time ago, I stopped believing we could be happy. I realized the hope for us was gone. But I'm afraid to stand alone, because when abuse becomes familiar, it starts to feel like the only language you know. And there are voices in the background, old teachings that trap people. Your mama told you good Christian couples don't divorce. She said even when your father hit her, she stayed and called it strength, called God her source. So now you're living inside that same cage, calling it commitment. I know you wish you could erase the day we got married, but somehow you still can't let go. Dysfunction built the walls we live in, and I pray our children don't repeat what we've done, because that would be the deepest damage. And then the thought turns terrifying. Maybe I should end it. Maybe I should buy a gun. Maybe ending both of us would end the misery. But then reality interrupts. It would ruin the children's lives. So what now? Who can help us? We need help. We're too deep in it. We can't keep living like this. Help me get over you. Get over me. From that crisis, the chapter slides into another kind of slow pain. Neglect. The kind that doesn't bruise your skin, but empties your chest. Loneliness fills my bottle until it feels like the whole world turns blue. I thought by now you would notice, but you have no clue. What's wrong with you? How can you ignore me? Your promises didn't include forgetting me. And today is our anniversary. Loneliness fills my bottle blue again. I hoped you'd see it, but you didn't. You tell me last minute you have to work late. So tell me, is fool written on my forehead? Or am I finally realizing I made a mistake? Loneliness again, and the excuses keep changing. You won't touch me because I gained weight? What happened to for better or worse? We're not 25 anymore. People still tell me I'm pretty, and you don't look the same either. So why are your expectations for me so cruel and unrealistic? The bottle stays full because I thought I knew you, and your lack of interest in us keeps staining my heart blue. Then another voice rises, another kind of emptiness, this time from someone who thought they were more than a secret. When you hold me close, you can feel my desire. You know how vulnerable I am to you, and it still doesn't matter. Somehow I'm supposed to preserve my dignity while being treated like I'm disposable. I thought I could be more than a late night call. I'm more than my looks, more than my body. I remember meeting you and falling hard, and then realizing I could never really have you. Not in a way that gave me safety, not in a way that gave me a future. And once I understood, I had no security. Loneliness hit instantly. Every kiss tastes good and still reminds me of what I don't have. Every time my hands find your hips, I feel the loneliness underneath the heat. Because what we have isn't enough to call a relationship. We barely spend real time together. We don't even have enough consistency to claim a strong friendship. So loving you from a distance becomes the only thing that feels fair, even though it hurts. I fell in love, and later I realized it's one-sided. And that kind of love turns every conversation into loneliness. Every time we make love, there's no real connection, no stimulation for the soul, and I'm left with emptiness. I feel empty when I call your name, empty when I hear your voice, empty when I hear your name said by someone else, empty when I see your face, and I hate that emptiness keeps returning like it owns me. And now come the questions that expose how people perform love for an audience. I hear what you say, but did you mean it? You tell my friends we're doing great, that we're on our way, are we? You tell stories about our perfect relationship and laughter fills the room. But is it real? You say you've seen the end of loneliness, but did you really see it? Or did you just say it because it sounded good? I felt knots in my stomach, the thrill of feeling connected, feeling in sync. I felt my pulse shift, my heart flutter, and I don't even know what it meant anymore. Was it love? Was it a trick? Are you trying to blindfold me so you can use me? Go ahead, stick me with another promise. But love in return, I don't see it. A broken heart isn't my dream, you know what I mean? The storm clouds are gathering, coming out of the rain. Because lightning strikes the places where people throw the word love around like it's nothing. And since you won't confess what's true, I'm building a wall. I have to guard my most vulnerable places, even if it costs me everything. Thinking of you still makes me smile, but the smile is fading. Day by day it gets smaller. And I'm starting to think maybe we should go our separate ways. People say we have chemistry, and maybe we do, but chemistry isn't destiny. Not always. And right now, we both know we're not meant to be. Maybe that's the confirmation I need to move on. You've moved on, too. So like you said, I'll be strong. And then, another hard confession. Wait. Loving you is too much. I don't know how to love you the right way. My heart isn't fully yours, and I'm not sure I'm capable of giving you the kind of whole love you deserve. The more I learn you, the more I try to understand you, and I keep asking. With all my failed relationships, could ours actually survive? Or am I just dragging you into my unfinished healing? I need time to find the rest of me, to build the parts of myself that keep collapsing. And you need time too, to see how much you can become without carrying my weight. Maybe after we do that work, after a real season of self-discovery, finding each other again would be simple. And if I've broken your heart, hear me. I'm truly sorry. But I can't ignore what I see when I look ahead. Too many bad relationships are hanging in my closet like ghosts. I can imagine us ending in divorce, fighting over money, fighting over pride, turning sacred promises into weapons. We shouldn't treat marriage vows like they're indestructible when we're already cracking at the seams. And then the deepest admission, I messed up. I misled you, even up to the wedding day. Months ago, I should have found the courage to say what was true. Your affection and persistence make my logic hesitate, but logic is trying to save us from a disaster. Let's take time. Let's wait. Because the closer I get, the more I realize I can't marry you. My history says we won't make it. And for once, I'm trying to listen before we ruin each other. The chapter closes by widening the lens one more time, asking a question that isn't just about romance, but about humanity, about desire, gratitude, sacrifice, and the price of the life you want. What would you give? Some people have money. Some have fame. Some have perfect bodies. Some were born with prestigious names. But what would they trade if they could finally get the one thing they want most? Whose soul would they sell if it meant coasting through life with their dream in hand? Selah. Some people have the ideal job. Some have the most desired spouse. Some have honor roll children. Some own acres of land, mansions, and guest houses. But what would they give in exchange for that preferred life? And how thankful would they be if they finally had grateful kids and a loving partner? Selah. Some walk in spiritual light. Some talk about endless faith. Some live by self-taught virtue. And some refuse to play it safe. But what would a person give to reach their utopia? The thing they've chased their whole life. How much tradition would they abandon? How much would they sacrifice? Selah. Some of us can sing like a symphony. Some create art that exposes the deepest passions of the human heart. But what routine, what performance, what achievement could unlock real inner contentment? How much would ever be enough to end the misery and the secret fights people hide behind closed doors? So I'll leave you with a question the chapter leaves us with. What would you give? What could you give? And maybe just as important, what are you giving away without realizing it? This has been Bullet in Flight Radio, your story, our station, moving through Chapter 5 of In the World Around You by Just Dominic. Until next time, take care of your heart, be honest about your patterns, and don't call it love if it isn't shaped like love.
Hello everybody, this is Dr. Phoenicia Mwepo,
And Larry Muwepo.
and you're listening to Bullet in Flight Radio, your story, our station.
The best progressive Christian network in the world.
Je suis à toi. Tu laisserais en grandir dans ma vie. Tu es tout pour moi. Mon cœur t'appartient. Tu es mon autre moitié. Tombé amoureux de toi. Je suis tombée amoureuse de toi. Je suis tombée amoureuse de toi.
Why keep running away? I'll prove places, as if a dream. Don't run away, never run away, don't run away, baby. Why running away? I'll prove my love. You try when you crazy. I'll take you place. Who do I have to go through? Because I have to bend to you. What is that? What do you have on? It must be passion, baby, because I love the smell of your perfume. Would you mind if I touched your luscious body?
You are so sexy.
Can I take you there? You are such a hottie. Why? Run away. My love. If you stay, just stay with me. Take you places as if a dream. Run away. Don't you run away. Don't you run away, baby.
There's a new beat in town. Welcome to Bullet and Flight Music Store, your premier spot for music, books, and one-of-a-kind novelties. Looking to treat yourself or find a unique gift for the music lover in your life? We make it easy. In fact, you can start your collection today for as low as 44 cents. That's right, world-class finds for less than a cup of coffee. Visit us online at bulletinflightmusic.mishopify.com. Plus, keep the conversation going 24/7 with Bullet in Flight Radio on Podbean. Bullet in Flight. Find your rhythm, find your soul.
Bullet in flight, fly. Bullet in flight, fly. Bullet in flight, bullet in flight, bullet in flight, fly. Bullet in flight, fly.
Your story, our station.